All right, we are back. 2024, season 2 of Beards and Whiskey. This is going to be a very dope episode. As you guys probably can't see, but we're here at In The Cut Barbershop, the new location in Nubian Square. This place is dope. This place is true. Me and the team were truly at a loss for words. But we have a very, very special guest. She's really doing her thing out here, really doing her thing. You know, social media now is kind of like people faking the funk, but she's really doing it out here. 2024 Trailblazer nominee, 3 barbershops, 1 salon. You gotta give it up. Shout out, we have Pam in the building. Thank you very much. Thank you. No worries.
It's 2 barbershops. Don't get me. We'll speak that one into existence, though. We'll speak that one into existence.
Okay. So as always, Beards and Whiskey presented to you by Grizzly Beard Collective, the finest in men's grooming. Reminding you to tame your debonair. We normally start the show off with a shot. So I'm trying to be a gentleman. She's a refined woman. I came with the Moet for you. Here you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Shop officially opens this week on the 15th or the 20th.
We have the soft opening this Sunday, on the 15th, and we're officially open now. Our doors are open. Yeah.
Okay. So I was going to give her the Moet, and she said no. Bring the whiskey. Bring the Jameson. So here we are. So you already poured yours. I'm going to pour mine, and I want to.
I don't know. Yours look smaller than mine.
Let's get this big. Hold on. All right. This is my type of lady right here. Okay. Thank you very much for coming on this show. Salud. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Let's jump into it. 2024 Trailblazer nominee. A lot of heavy hitters on that list.
Absolutely.
And you're on there. What does that represent to you?
I think I'm still awestruck for sure. When they told me that I was getting the honor, the first thing I said was like, me? Like, why? And I got yelled at because I keep, I've been known to do I do the work. I love doing the work. I'm out here. I'm in the community. I wear all the hats all the time, everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And I love doing it and I have fun doing it. So, I definitely don't do none of this work for the accolades.
Yeah.
So when I get, recognized, I appreciate it. It feels good to be seen. Yeah. And also it's like uncomfortable. I get very much out of my comfort zone where I have to be like, all right, like accept it. I'm learning to accept and reflect and receive. And so, there are heavy hitters on that. There were 4 of us, 4 Trailblazers, yeah. And all the other 3 are people that like I truly idolize and like I look up to. So it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. I like I said, I'm still in cloud 9. I still can't really believe it.
Wow. That's good stuff. So I've definitely, before I even met you, I've been admiring from afar. And if you guys follow, you guys know we do a barber spotlights. We reached out to her barbershop about 2 years ago. And she said, no problem, no hesitation, or what do you guys need? She allowed us to come through. And it was probably one of our dopest barber spotlights. We were able to do it in Spanish, and we were able to highlight, with Grizzly Beard Collective, the name collective, we try to incorporate all different type of men, all different type of beards, all different type of cultures. And we were able to do it. Shout out Yordi the barber. He was able to do it with us, and he's able to do it in Spanish, which is very dope. Just to get started, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what led you to start your first barbershop? Because you don't really hear too many women opening barbershops, maybe nail salons, hair salons, but barbershops, not too many.
So shout out to us for infiltrating a male-dominant industry. So, I mean, my story has all types of turns and detours. Yep. And so I would say that I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be a barbershop owner. But I am, and now it's, my second barbershop, so I'm really proud of that. I will say though, I had a vision long time ago, probably in my teens, where I've always admired the barbershop culture. Like I've admired it, I loved it. I think it's so dope to see, men coming together. It's their safe space, their sacred space. I always say this should be on a t-shirt. If men were as loyal to their barbers as they are to their partners, this world would be a better place. But it's a beautiful thing, right? The relationship that happened there, the community that's built there. So I've always really, really admired that. And so I always thought, I'm like, it'd be really dope to have a barbershop that had all women barbers, but still be a true barbershop, a real community space. And that's always kind of lived in the back of my mind, almost like Hooters, think of Hooters, but for barbershops. And so that's kind of always lived in my mind, but I'm nothing. I'm not a barber. I'm not by any means. I used to be a makeup artist. I used to be a bartender. I have worked doing all types of jobs. I used to be a club promoter. I was out in these streets, doing all sorts of jobs. And, just barbershop culture has always kind of stuck with me. I love it. So fast forward, I actually met my partner, who is the father of my children. He's a barber. Because we were hanging out at a barbershop where we had friends there. And again, it's a hangout spot. We would go there over the weekends in the summer, and he's a barber. And so after a few years of, being together and seeing that he was paying rent to someone else, I was like, yo, why don't we open up a barbershop?
Oh, it makes sense.
And so at that time, I was the director of development for Boston Centers for Youth and Families, it's the community centers for all of the city of Boston. And my office is in Mission Hill, and I realized that there were no barber shops in that area. The closest barber shops were in Dudley Nubian Square, and on this side and on that side it was by Brigham Circle. So there was no barbershop. I'm like, there needs to be a barbershop. So I was really hyper focused on finding a space in that area. We had looked at a few spots and it didn't work out. So we're like, something will come up. Fast forward probably to a year later, I actually got really sick. Unexpectedly, I went into the hospital one day thinking I had food poisoning, and I left 35 days later, 2 surgeries later, 3 feet of intestine less. It was life-changing. But when I finally left the hospital, literally the day that I was driving home, we drove by, because this is the route that we go to go home, I noticed that there was a vacant space for one of the shops that was there before. It was actually a local, a burger joint. And it said for lease. I was probably still high off of all the medication and pain meds, who knows, and all I remember is I got the number and I texted it. It was hey, I'd like more information on the space. And I noticed that the number that I was texting was actually an agent that I had spoken to and had showed me other spaces that just didn't work out. So he called me back literally immediately, and he said, Pam, I was actually thinking about you. I have this space. I think it'd be great for a barbershop. And a month and a half after being in the hospital for all this time, we were signing the lease for the space.
Congratulations.
So 5 years later, we're actually celebrating our 5th year anniversary next year.
Clock it up.
So everything just kind of aligned. And so I fell in love with, again, we created that space in Mission Hill. We've created a brand that's not only, very staying true to the barbershop culture, that's primary for me, but also bringing in community and being real, servants to the community. which I think has made us kind of stand out a little bit in terms of barbershops in general. So now we're here. This is my second shop. I'm super excited. And I will say it's kind of a similar story. I actually work now. I'm the executive director of the Boston Education Fund.
Oh, wow.
And that's my day job. And my office is like
right there.
It's right here, literally like upstairs on this same block. And I also had noticed that there was a need for a barbershop in the square, in Nubian Square. There was none, so I was kind of like hyper focused on finding a space.
Absolutely. That is that's your story is truly inspirational. Funny story. Quick side note: after we did the shoot at your shop, I had my man Nick with me, my camera guy. I was like, all right, let's just try to find another barbershop we can try to shoot. And there was nothing. We had to go all the way to Dorchester to find another like barbershop. We literally we had to drive this side of there just wasn't anything available. But I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're prospering, and that's very dope. Now I have two questions. One, what would you say to anybody looking to start their own barbershop? Because I know plenty of barbers listening, plenty of barbers that want to make the transition from paying rent each week to no, I'm going to start collecting rent from different barbers.
Yep.
What would be the biggest thing you would tell them?
Just go for it. I mean, if you're truly serious about it, I think if you go down here in Boston, down Eggleston Street alone, I was counting this the other day, coming home to work, and in a span of like 3 blocks, there are like 11 barbershops and they're all full. Like they're all full. So the need is there, like I know it's like a thing of supply and demand, but I would say the key thing is location. For me, I really focus on areas that I know there are no barbershops. And so, that's been my key. But also, one of the things that I'm really trying to do with this brand is to create opportunities for folks that would like to open up their own shop, but doesn't necessarily know how to administer, know how to deal with operations, know that marketing is everything. I've created this brand, and honestly, what I want to do is be able to. It's kind of like franchising, but it's not necessarily franchising, where it's really giving opportunities to other folks that want to do it. I've kind of packaged this in a way that can be replicable. And so you have an opportunity to like run your own shop in a way that you'd want to, without having to do all the other things, administrative, operations, management, like all of that stuff. I'm doing that already. I've already packaged it up. So ideally, that's what I see. I see more in the cuts. But really get like where I can hand it off to someone and say, all right, this is your shop. And I'm taking care of all of the stuff still.
Absolutely. And to piggyback off what you said, so you have a 9-to-5, you're employed and you're an entrepreneur. So I know there's kind of like a conundrum with entrepreneurs. They feel like, I need to be all in. Like, I cannot be working for someone. What are your thoughts on that? Like, are you able to manage both? I mean, you're obviously able to manage both, but would you suggest it?
Those are only 2 of the hats that I'm wearing.
I know. We're going to speak on it. We're definitely going to speak on it. But being in business for yourself while maintaining a job, is it possible? Is it sustainable? Should you just be fully entrepreneur? Should you be? Well, what are your thoughts on it?
I think it's a case by case. I can only speak for me. I know what I'm capable of, and I know that I can't sit still, right? Like I know that I don't know what to do when like I have free time. If people that have read my bio or whenever I like talk about it, I always speak on how it took me 18 years to get like my bachelor's degree.
Wow.
But it's really because like I was doing different jobs. I was like, I've always been going to school.
I'm gonna give you a pound for that.
Thank you.
Once they told me I could walk across the stage, I quit school. I was done.
Yeah, so I think honestly that whole experience for me has made me a lot of who I am.
Yep.
I went to Boston Latin School.
Okay.
You know, one of the top, if not it's the top school in Boston, but public schools.
Speak on it.
You know,
It is.
It's a top school in Boston, an exam school, and I had a great experience there.
Yeah.
I also graduated. I was one of the youngest in my class. So I got into UMass Amherst. I went to UMass Amherst. I was like, I had just turned 17 at UMass Amherst. That's way too young. Like my mind wasn't where everyone else's was. Like I just, you know, people think UMass, oh, you partied there. No, I actually slept. Like I didn't know what to do with my life because I was used to going to school, working right after school. Like I was used to always being busy. Then I get to UMass and I had all this time and like, I didn't know what to do with it. So I failed out of UMass. I lasted a year and I was like, this isn't for me. I just wasn't ready for it. And I came back to start working full time. Yeah. But you know, my mom has always said like education is the only thing that nobody can take away from you. And, you know, as a parent, one day you're going to be a parent and you're going to always want your child to do a little bit better than you. Like so you set the standard. Yeah. And so, you know, she got her associate. So I knew that I had to get my bachelor's at some point. I don't care if I was going to be 80 years old, I was going to get my bachelor's. So it took me 18 years and I got it. And then right after that, I decided I wanted to go straight to my master's.
Wow.
Now, in the meantime, I'd been working all these amazing jobs. I had worked for the state for 9 years. Then I went into, working for nonprofits, and like I gradually went up and up to the point where I kept hitting this glass ceiling because I didn't have a piece of paper that said, you know, I should be getting more. So I was getting shortchanged, you know, and it's you know, it's part of the messed up
it's
system
my life right now.
The system that we live in.
Literally my life right now.
But I have experience that like no one can take that away from me. So, you know, that was my inspiration. And also like now I'm a mom. I have 2 boys. Yeah. They're both in Boston Public Schools. And like I knew that I'm their foundation. Now they're expected to, they're screwed. They gotta be doctors. Yeah. They gotta get their PhDs.
Yeah, that's it.
But I also understand that there shouldn't be a timeline to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't my going to Boston Latin School. They kind of ingrain in you that you need to go to an Ivy League school after, or you need to do this right after. So I felt like a failure for a long time. But then I was like, hold up. At 18, I bought my house. Oh. I bought the first house. I had these jobs. Like I was lifing while everyone else was getting all this debt going to school. Yeah. They graduated and my jobs were, you know, like I just took life the scenic route, as I like to say, and it worked for me.
That's it.
So I think for me is like really just showing folks that you can do whatever the hell you want to do. And it doesn't have to be in the traditional way. Like you set your own, the scenic route. I will always choose the scenic route, and I'm very happy.
That's it. This is, man, I'm the host, but this is truly inspirational. Yeah. Now, growing up, were your parents, were they entrepreneurial? Like, where'd you get the spirit from? Like, did they work or did they?
Oh, I mean, we're completely workaholics, both of them. Both of my parents came from Chile. Okay. I want to say now about 40 and 50 years respectively. Yep. And, you know, I always heard my mom would say, when I was your age, I had, 3 jobs or 5 jobs or 7 jobs. And my dad too, my dad's a mechanic. Yeah. You know, I really admire his story. Both of their stories are amazing. He is more on the entrepreneurial side. And I didn't realize it honestly till like recently, like, oh, shit. Oh. Oot? Can we swear?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
We're swearing and drinking.
So my dad actually came to the United States and started working at an auto shop, sweeping the floors. Like that was his first job, sweeping the floors. Years later, he ended up buying the shop. He learned how to be a mechanic. Wow. So like, talk about American dream, right? He bought his own shop.
Yeah.
He ended up buying out like his bosses who he used to sweep for.
Wow.
And like now he has his own shop. So I honestly didn't make the connection until just not too long ago. I'm like, oh wow, I really like this entrepreneurial side of me that I never really considered myself an entrepreneur is coming from like that. Like that's what I've seen and known my whole life.
Wow. Wow, that's truly inspirational. I know you said you're a mom as well. Speaking with the younger youth, younger listeners, what do you think the disconnect is a little bit with this generation compared to our generation? So, like, I feel like, you know, I'm a dad as well. My daughter's, you know, she's coming of age and she's like, I'm not sweeping the floors. I'm like, but you got to start off somewhere. Like, you want to own the McDonald's, you got to learn how the fries work. You
right.
learn how to make the burger. So, like, what would you suggest for somebody young coming in the game who truly has the entrepreneurial spirit but wants to skip a few steps to get there? They're
gonna fall and trip.
You're gonna fall and trip. Okay.
You want to skip, you're gonna fall. Like it's possible, but I'm all about like life experiences, right? And so like I can only give you as much as advice as I know, and you can take it or not.
Yeah.
I will say like this generation, and I don't like to generalize, but let's generalize a little bit. You know, they're dealing with things that we didn't deal with.
Absolutely.
You know, absolutely. Talk about social media, absolutely. Talk about, you know, absolutely. But they're also more in tune with a lot of things that we absolutely. Were dealing with that we just didn't have a name for.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there's like a bit of, you know, I don't know. There's definitely like entitlement.
Yeah.
There's definitely entitlement that we as parents have enabled.
Yep.
And we have to acknowledge that.
That's true.
But we're also doing the work of breaking all these cycles from our past and our ancestors. So it's like I'm optimistic. I'm a dreamer. And I like to think that these are all cycles that we're kind of like reinventing and hopefully bettering each time that we come around. So, yeah, I mean, I see young people. Honestly, I can speak for my two babies. I just want them to see me and say, you know what? My mom worked her ass off, gave us everything that she could so that we could be good people. We're going to be good people to kind of continue to do it.
And I think that's how it goes, though. Like, your kids are only going to be what they see their parents. So if your mom was a doctor, there's a good chance you're probably going to be in the medical field. If you see your mom work hard, you're going to work hard. Yeah, like you said, though, I think it's very important for parents to just, you know, instill hard work. Those type of qualities can translate anywhere you go, whether you own your own business, whether you're working for someone, just hard work. Hard work will get you there. In regards to In The Cut Barbershop, what was the biggest hurdles you faced when opening up your first barbershop?
All right. So 5 years ago, I think I just didn't know where to start. So I had to do a lot of kind of like research on my own. Mm-hmm. I will acknowledge, though, that I come from like a place of privilege in terms of resources. Like I know how to navigate resources. Yeah. And that's something that not a lot of people can say. So like I do acknowledge that, but it still wasn't easy for me, you know? So I'm also the type of person that just gets shit done.
That's it.
So like I figure it out. And that's just like who I am. If you tell me, Pam, I need you to like, you know, solve this problem, I might not know how to do it, but I'm gonna figure it out, or I'm gonna call whoever, you know, I'm going to figure it out.
That's it.
And so that's kind of like what happened with the barbershop. I will say though, 6 months into opening the shop, the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And that was like a whole other like, oh my God, we just like signed a lease for, you know, X amount of years and rent is not cheap. How the hell are we going to survive this? And we figured it out again.
How was it working during the pandemic?
So we had to shut down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had to shut down completely. There was I think we were shut down for 10 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which wasn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. But I will say what was a blessing for us was because we were so new.
Yep.
When they said that salons can open up or barbershops can open up it was May 25th. I remember it was Memorial Day.
Yep.
You could only open up if XYZ, like the 6 feet and like all these things. We were doing that already. Oh, wow. So we were able to open up on May 25th. We didn't have to change it. It was just like everything kind of fell into place. It was a blessing. And so we were very, very lucky. I also will say, though, that our barbers that were working there at the time and the customers, like I told you, the loyalty, right? We spoke about loyalty.
That's it.
I will say my barbers, some of them were getting, like, from their regular customers, the customers would send them every 2 weeks or whatever, they're $40 on like Cash App and Venmo or whatever, like just to see how loyal and like,
wow.
Yeah, that love, like that sense of village was amazing. I also did do a GoFundMe at one point because I wanted to pay the barbers. Like I was really concerned, one, to pay the rent and make sure that we never fell behind, but also to make sure that like the barbers were okay and like were able to support them in some way. And I was able to raise money that way too, and so it was all helpful.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What are some common misconceptions people have about running multiple barbershops?
That's a good question.
Because I drove here and I'm like, like great. And I'm going to add both locations are great locations, great foot traffic. I'm like, they're like a mile apart from each other though. But like but still great locations. I know somebody listening from down south is like a mile away, but like Boston, a mile away is really like 5 miles away somewhere else. But like, what a misconception somebody may have.
So we are a mile away, but we're in two totally different neighborhoods.
Exactly.
Totally different neighborhoods, totally different demographics. Similar. Definitely similar. Mission Hill. What's interesting about Mission Hill is that one, we're kind of like in the heart of I think there are 5 universities surrounding us. So we have a lot of students walking through. We're also right across the street from a train station that if you take the train and you work at Brigham Circle, a huge, the hospital industry is literally down the street. So there's a lot of foot traffic in that area. What's even more interesting about Mission Hill is that across the street, there are multi-million-dollar lofts. Right behind is like public housing developments. There's everything and everything. So, I'll speak for Mission Hill and the same will apply here, is that what we really try to do with this barbershop is make sure that everyone feels welcome. Everyone feels like...
You guys do an absolutely great job of doing that.
Thank you. And it's very intentional. The pricing is intentional. The work that we do with the community is very intentional. Even the decor, it's very welcoming and warm. So I'm really proud of that. And so, I want to replicate that no matter where we are. I mean, if the next shop is in Chestnut Hill, I want to do the same, I want to keep the same vibe and I want to be true to who we are, but also know that no matter who we are, we can be ourselves authentically and people are going to feel welcome and want to be in our spaces.
That's it. So the next question, a little personal, but what are misconceptions that people have about Pamela, just you as Pamela?
Misconceptions?
Yeah.
I don't know. They think I'm like Superwoman. I'm just
it's a lot to wear.
I'm just a girl from Boston trying to make this world a better place than how I found it.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, I referred to the hat wearing, and I think, you know, people that wear multiple hats, usually what we're doing is like, all right, I'm going to put this hat on. I'm in this space now, I'm putting on my barbershop owner hat on, or like a 9 to 5, I'm putting my executive director hat on, or like, you know, from 7 to 9, I'm being a mom. No, I'm a mom 24/7.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur 24/7. I'm an ED 24/7. Like, I'm all these things. It's who I am. Yeah. And so just being able to walk in all these spaces as the person I am, it just helps me be who I am and get the stuff done that needs to get done. I walk into, like, I actually mentioned this. I mention this a lot, especially when I'm talking to young people. I'm a youth worker at heart. I feel like that's, like, at the end of the day, youth.
I fucking love you.
At the end of the day, like, the babies are where it's at, and if, like, we pour ourselves into the babies, then we're gonna be good.
That's it.
But I will say that, you know, I actually presented to a group of 2 classes yesterday at Suffolk University, and I walked in and I had like jeans and you know, like very simple. You would think I was coming in because I was supposed to be wearing my ED hat, right? That I'd come in like a 15-piece suit, but I didn't. Yeah. And like, I had no sleeves. I show off my tattoos, and I told them, like, this is intentional. I want you to see that this can be you.
Yeah. I love it.
And you can do whatever the hell you want. Like, you don't have to change or be this other person or fit into this box because society has said that that's how we have to do it. I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing it and having fun with it. And I love doing it. And the only way, I honestly think that the only reason I can do it the way that I'm doing is because I am being me everywhere I go. It's not like I have to flip switches. Yeah. I tell everybody, what you see is what you get.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it because I'm just being introduced to Pam. I don't know her formally, so I was like, damn, should I get the Moet or should I get the Chardonnay? I didn't know it. When I came in, she was like, I want whiskey. I'm like, what? Like, whiskey? Like, my time whiskey?
I've been taught well.
You know, like you said earlier, there's barbershops on every corner. How do you stay ahead of industry trends? Like, you know, as myself, I'm kind of a little disappointed with you know, going to barbers my whole life. I'm a little disappointed where barbershops are going, where like the prices are getting, it's almost cheaper to get my grass cut in my yard than it is to get a haircut at these times. How do you stay ahead of industry trends? Like these, I don't know, sometimes with the barbershops, your prices are actually very on par. And this is a great place too. Like, I've been to a hole in the wall and they're charging like, what? Just because you got a ring light don't mean you need to charge that much extra. How do you stay ahead of industry trends?
So it's hard. And again, like, I can only speak for my barbershop, but I do see what happens, you know, like my pricing here and at both of the shops is very intentional. And again, like, I never would ever want to be a shop where someone feels like, I can't go there, I'm not paying, you know, and then not even getting that money's worth. Because it's one thing, if you're going to sit down and I'm going to pay $60 for a cut, you better be massaging my face. You better be like doing I want to feel like I'm getting my money's worth. So I'm kind of, you know, and even here in this shop, there's an expectation, right? So we're very, I don't want to say strict, but we're very clear on what the expectation is, where if we're going to charge something, we're giving our customers that their money's worth.
That's it.
But also, I don't ever want to feel like a young kid can't come in here and get a haircut. Yeah. You know, like, that's just not who we are. So even, you know, like, we're cognizant of that. So we're going to have $20 Tuesdays. Yeah. Wow. You know? Wow. If you like come on a Tuesday, $20 Tuesdays. That's not like make it work, right? Like, so giving opportunities and making sure that we're inclusive, I think is what makes us stand out a little bit. I think what makes us stand out the most is the intentional community work that we do. And we don't do it for the like accolades or to be or nothing like that. But I will say that word spread, right? I will say Mission Hill is a perfect example. I have a wonderful relationship with the school leader at the Tobin School. And it was to the point where she would call me and say, hey, I have a student that I think could like really use a haircut. Do you think? Send them over, no problem. The student would come in, no questions asked. They didn't feel like they, like no money, nothing. It was just that relationship. And one, we would help, think about the impact of that one haircut.
It does a lot.
Not only financially, right? Like it's a help to the parent. You don't know what they're going through. So that's one help. Two, the mental, like the confidence. You would see the kid come in and I swear to you, a before and like an after would be two totally different kids.
No.
Or I would get the thank you from the teacher like, oh my God, I can't believe how much of a difference that haircut made, beyond the classroom. So those are the relationships that are like super important to us. Right now, at this moment, we have a group from Mass General Hospital at the Mission Hill location taking blood pressure. And we're part of this blood pressure study that customers come in, hey, let's check out your blood pressure. We know that heart attacks are like one of the leading causes of death in Black and brown men. And so where do Black and brown men usually congregate religiously? A barbershop. So let's meet you where you're at. And now we have a team that's checking blood pressure work and like following them and giving them a plan if it's high. And so like that's the work that we're really, really proud of. It's giving back and it's an expectation that's set to the barber. Yes, you're paying your chair rental, but you're being like adopted into our culture, like into our family. So you need to be part of this. And either like you're down with the cause or you're not. And if you're not, you're just not a good fit. No hard feelings.
Exactly.
But I think that's what really makes us stand out.
That's fire. I want to shout out Black Brown Boss and Vanya.
Yes.
She's like my social media friend. I'm trying to get in touch with her, but she does a lot of work in the community and whatever she needs, I try to. Somebody needs a haircut, send me the cash. I'll pay for it, wherever they gotta go. But
she's amazing.
She's amazing.
Vanya is, man. I have a special story with Vanya, but yes.
I'm sick. I think she did something at In The Cut Barbershop, and
she did the barbershop.
I was sick to my goddamn stomach. I got so much stuff on my plate. I lose dates, and I was out of town. I'm like, God damn, I was supposed to be there, and it was something really dope. But I do want to say shout out Vanya, shout out follow at black.brown.boss.
Yep, she's amazing. And we work together all the time. We're trying to, we're very much aligned in our beliefs and values. And, dope people attract dope people. What can I say?
That's it. It's about shot o'clock right now.
Okay. I was about to ask. I thought it was like a while ago.
This is Grizzly beard collector. We don't have any limits here, so we're trying to keep it clean for you. So
I shaved my beard this morning.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got a little gift. I'm gonna pour this for you, and then we got a little gift. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Oh, that's a shot.
I'm gonna go look. You can sip it though.
Huh?
Oh no, fuck. We're gonna do shots. We're gonna do shots. You want it if it's a little too much?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna gift you though. I'm gonna gift you some.
That's what we need.
Some whiskey glasses.
We're trying to level up.
Yeah, we're gonna be grown. We're gonna be grown.
Salud.
Ooh. Feel it in my bones. Woo.
Would you mind passing me that box over there? Yep. Oh no, is there a box?
No.
It's over there. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine.
Shout out Shay too. She's our lovely PA on the day. She's doing amazing things. And when she levels up, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait till she gets to like 35. But we appreciate you though. But this is.
Sorry. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right, thank you. So we do have a little gift for you. I know you don't have the beard, but
how do you know? I got a little fuzz.
I do have we do have some soaps for you though.
Oh, wonderful.
They are unisex. Ladies love them. That's for you.
I'm a sucker for beards.
Oh.
Don't play with my heart. I'm a sucker for beards. I'm a sucker for beards. Oh, these smell good.
You can show them to the camera.
Okay, there we go. Promo. This is Grizzly Beard Collective Eucamint. Eucamint? Is that how you would say? Eucamint.
Yeah. You would throw the saison or
Eucamint. And we have Snow Alpina. This one's nice and clean.
Yeah. Definitely unisex. Yeah. They were made
Love it.
But the women love it, though. The women love it.
I'm telling you.
We appreciate you. Thank you. As far as
we should do this more often. I feel like this is like
the chemistry. I can't wait to talk to her off camera. Chemistry's definitely there. I know with hard work comes hard fun. So what does a vacation for Pam look like? Like, are you an avid traveler? Are you a restaurateur?
Oh, I feel like I would like to be more of a traveler. I love traveling. I love traveling. I love the sun. I love the water. Yeah. Like, take me to any beach and I'm happy. I don't do it as much as I'd like to. Yeah. Also, I think my kids are still like a little younger, so I'm waiting for the little older, but like, bye. See you later. Yeah. So yeah, I would love to travel more. Yeah. But I do travel for sure. This February I was in Chile. I try to go as often as possible. When it's cold here, it's hot over there. So I go to Chile. I was just in Miami a couple weeks ago. But like a true vacation, and honestly, every vacation that I try to leave, like, people ask me, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" Nothing.
That's it.
That's like that's my ultimate vacation, is like just sitting and trying to sit still and do nothing.
That's it.
And I love it.
I'm a vacation whore, so I try to take like one vacation a month. Even though my budget can't support it at all, but
it will.
No, like when my homegirls going on a trip, hey, y'all need security, I'm pulling up. But like don't include me on like the excursions every day. Like, no, part of this vacation.
No, it's to do nothing.
It's to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna recharge, so when I get back home, I'm able to go 100% every day for 30 days until I get to the next year.
Yes. I definitely love that. I'm a foodie.
Okay.
For sure. I like, all my friends come to me to ask me like, hey, I want to eat, Thai, where should I go? And I got like something for everything. I love food for sure. I love me like, a good bourbon. I know, like, and honestly, like, there's no longer, I feel bad for this generation. Like, I used to club. I used to like dance. I used to be out. Like, and I feel like they're not getting that. And it was all before social media. Now you go to these places and they're like, TikToking, doing their, but I feel like I got like the best of those, of that, so I love to dance. I love to be out. It's funny because I always say like I'm an introverted extrovert. I'm definitely out, but I also need like that time to just like for myself, by myself,
That's
kind
my
of
tagline.
like
That's my tagline.
recharge, and then I go out and be out there. But and everyone's like, "You're not introverted." I'm like, "Yeah, but I need my alone time. I need to recharge
We will ghost you and disappear from
my social battery." Like I can talk. Like I know I can talk. I can go anywhere. I love to life.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just good energy, good vibes. Is all I'm trying to like.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Exude.
As far as music goes, what do you generally listen to? You're on your way to work. It's Monday morning. You got to get recharged for the week. What are you listening to?
Maxwell.
Hey, okay.
Maxwell. I actually named my son after Maxwell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I got look. You think I'm playing this woman's work, which is Maxwell's? Like,
Wow.
yeah. This is this is serious. You want to zoom on like this woman's work? I don't know. It's kind of hard. I'm like breaking my. But yeah, the Maxwell was just like I don't know. This is like feel good,
Okay.
soulful.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I love me some Maxwell.
So you go on a road trip, Boston to California. You take 3 albums with you. What 3 albums do you take?
You're gonna laugh. The Hamilton soundtrack.
Oh.
Hamilton, I can listen to from top to bottom, and it's in Hamilton.
Yeah.
I've seen Hamilton. I'm talking about the play, the Broadway. Yeah. I have seen Hamilton 6 times.
Oh, wow.
Here in Boston and in New York and in Rhode Island. Yeah, I'm serious about. But honestly, like road trips. What's funny? I love music. I do. I love music. I love all kinds of music. Live music is like my weakness.
Yep.
I love anything live. I'm there. But driving, I was like, listening to regular music kind of makes me sleepy.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking.
Yeah.
But when I'm listening to like Hamilton, I'm like, I'm in the song. I was like, oh shit, I didn't hear that last time. Or, so Hamilton for sure. That's like a.
Okay.
Then Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite.
Hey. Okay.
And then another album that I listened to. Foreign Exchange.
Okay.
Is yeah.
Who's that by?
Foreign Exchange they're the
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's like that's the album Foreign Exchange.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the name of the band, but like that one, yeah, I can
good stuff.
I do. Oh man, you can't be limiting me to 3.
Oh, we'll do 5.
All right. Let me see. Damn, there's so many. I have like a rotation depending on how I feel on the day. Let's get back. I'm gonna keep thinking because I want to make sure I get the right album for you because I got way too many. I got way too many.
What is your favorite haircut on a man?
Favorite haircut on a man? I already told you I'm a sucker for beards. So if your beard is like crisp, the lines, I notice when you I know when you just got a haircut. I know.
Yep. Nobody would know better than you.
I'm thinking about both of my kids. Both of my kids have really different hair types, and actually Maxwell used to have his hair up to his butt. We just cut it off like a year ago.
Yeah.
And I loved his hair. I love his hair. Now he has like a simple like little blowout, and my son has a blowout. I like blowouts. I like a clean taper, fade, just anything clean. Honestly, like any haircut.
Just keep it clean.
And you just need to know what kind of haircut you can be rocking.
That's it. You gotta know yourself.
Cause give me a bald man with a beard and like I might,
That's it.
I might just be like, I like your haircut. Ayo, as the kids say, ayo. No, but honestly, like any haircut, but I do appreciate any man that like takes the time to, take care of yourself.
That's it. Top 5 movies of all time.
Top 5 movies. Forrest Gump.
Oh, top 5 too.
Troy.
Ooh, okay. Never would have guessed. Okay.
Huh?
Never would have guessed Troy.
Black Hawk Down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Black Hawk Down that was a good ass movie. That was a good ass movie. What did I say? Forrest Gump. Troy.
Black Hawk Down.
What's another one that I like? I'm trying to think of the movies that will be playing, and I will watch it in its entirety.
Okay.
No matter how many times I've watched it, which is those 3 movies.
Okay.
Let me see another one. I love all the Disney movies.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am a hopeless romantic. I am. I can't, all the songs and, I'm not cheesy in that way.
Fair enough.
And let's see, another one that I love, Like Water for Chocolate.
Okay.
Like Water for Chocolate.
When did that come out?
A while ago. It's a book. It's like
I know that's Carmen's album.
Really?
Like that, yeah. It's like something like Water for, like, yeah.
Like Water for Chocolate? Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
Okay. Now, if you're having a dinner and you can invite 5 guests, dead or alive, any genre, any walk of life,
That's not fair.
who are you bringing?
That's not fair.
And it's shot
o'clock. Oh, that one went quick. That one went much quicker than the last one.
Quarter of shot o'clock.
Oh, all right. Dead or alive? Dead or alive? Man, this is hard. All right, hold on. I'm gonna need a salud. Dead or alive? That's like a really, really hard question.
I'll go with my 5. I see it, so I haven't in a while. Definitely want to get Nipsey on there.
Okay.
Definitely want to get Tupac on there.
Okay.
Malcolm X. Definitely need a female at the table. Hey.
Invite me, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get Pam at the table. We want to get Missy Elliott at the table.
Okay.
Just spice things up a little bit.
Okay.
Spice things up a little bit.
Okay. I like it.
Got 5. We're gonna have some good conversations, some good business conversation,
Okay.
up conversation.
Right. Yep. All right. Well, I would say Jay-Z. Okay,
Jay-Z. Okay.
I feel like on a whole bunch of Jay-Z's like there.
Okay.
Let's get. I'm trying to get like a mixture of folks. Barack.
Okay, Barack. Okay.
Let's bring Obama to the table.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna swap out Barack and bring Michelle.
Okay, I'm about to say. Okay.
Let's bring Michelle. Let's bring my girl Michelle. Let's bring. My grandma. Let's bring my grandma.
Nice.
I want to bring my I want to bring my grandma to the table.
Bring her to the table.
I want to bring my sons.
That's it.
So we're gonna plant the seeds. That's what we're doing.
That's a great. I should have brought my pops too. My pops gonna be listening and be pissed too.
You can come to my table, pops.
In this entrepreneurial journey, have you ever had any moments of self-doubt or significant challenges that made you just be like, listen, I'm just gonna stick to my 9 to 5 and that's that.
wait till I'm 65?
Every single day. I mean, not to like the point where I'm questioning, but like that it lives with you. Actually, if you don't have that,
It's part of the game.
it's part of the game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure people be like, you're not a barber.
Yeah.
You know, what do you know about barber life? What do you know, why are you doing this? There's always going to be these seedlings of doubt trying to infiltrate. I kind of just like acknowledge it and keep it moving. Luckily, it's not something that like I dwell on. When I'm set on something, I'm gonna keep moving and like go for it and figure it out. But yeah, no, I definitely think about that. Even in my job right now, like, I'm the executive director of the Boston Education Fund. That's a pretty big ass job. I have a pretty big ass like responsibility.
Speak on it.
I manage multi-million-dollar funds that are like literally like on my shoulders, and so I need to recognize all the work that I'm doing.
No.
Do I have imposter syndrome? I don't know. I kind of like struggle with that concept.
I struggle with that a lot.
I don't know if I struggle with imposter syndrome per se. I'm mad that there's even like a word for it.
I mean,
I get it.
It's part of just being balanced and like just keeping yourself balanced and aligned and center aligned. Not imposter syndrome. I don't like that word, but I know.
Yeah, no, I understand it.
Yeah.
Do I question? Maybe am I the best person to be here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But like, I'm here. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted what imposter syndrome.
no, imposter syndrome is like, yo, do I deserve to be here? Is like, why am I really capable of doing the work
Yeah.
that is expected of me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am capable.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Yeah, I am. I know I am. I know I'm the shit.
Yeah.
And I say that with humility, right? Like there's this whole thing like people self-proclaim themselves to be humble.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
I'm coming from the lens of humility. Like, I know that I am capable of anything I set my mind to. Yeah. I know that. Do I boast about it? No, because that's not who I am. Do I get the job done? Yes.
That's it.
Because that's who I am.
Getting the job done.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got here.
No.
It's like this 13 o'clock.
Yeah.
The 13 o'clock shot. I don't know.
Another shot or?
Bro, we're like halfway through the bottle.
No, I'm not shy.
Anything I say or do after this moment cannot be used against me in the court of law.
I can give you a Christian.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
I want to interview you now.
What questions you have?
All the same questions you were asking me. How you get here? Why are you here? Why are you here right now?
That's a good question. I guess I'm like a serial entrepreneur. I honestly, I hate in 2024. I hate the word entrepreneur, but like, I fucking hate that word. It makes me sick to my stomach. But I guess I'm like a serial entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I have like an instinct ability to like recognize greatness in certain people. Like, even if I never met you or like just had like small interactions with you, I can recognize greatness, and I have vision, and I guess that's probably my biggest ability in life. And yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here partly because you responded back. To be fully transparent. No. But more importantly than that, like I just have a knack for finding great talent, great people, great that's my greatest abilities, and when I get with them, it's all magic because I know what I'm gonna bring to the table. I know what they're gonna bring to the table. So that's why I'm here. And very much like you, I'm very like community based, and it's kind of appalling to me like how many people are like celebrities and stuff are rich, and like if I had like the bags that these people, I'm opening a school or some shit. Like I'm just trying to do what I can do like with the limited resources that I have. But like come on, we can go open a school. We can do some real shit out
Make it better.
Yeah, like make it better. So that's what it is. So just very much just wearing multiple hats, multiple capes, wherever I got to be for the day. And like you said, most importantly, being a parent, being dad, that's the greatest title I hold. So it's nothing better than dad. Like I don't all the accolades, that don't mean shit if kids don't recognize.
If they don't think you're like cool.
Yeah. They call you a piece of shit at the end of the day.
Like damn, that's what sticks with you.
That's it. So yeah, that's really it. And just and like dad, and then like community, like you got to give back to your community no matter what you do. Like, hey, it's the smallest thing, whether it's, you know what I mean? It might be at the liquor store, somebody might be short $1. Hey, they need the drink, but like, hey, look, and I'm gonna do it. I got it. Like I'm blessed with it. That's what I'm gonna do with it.
Right.
So, for me, that's the biggest thing. It's just community, and community manifestation, and you can have it all. It's just what you're reason for it. What you gonna do with it?
Right.
You want to be rich for what? Everybody want to be rich, but they don't got no purpose with it. So, I think that's the biggest thing for me. Yep.
I love it.
Shot waiting.
Salud.
Looking back at it. How we looking for time? Just the hour mark. Hour mark? Okay.
Wow.
How are you doing for time?
What time is it?
I know you said 4 before.
Oh no, I have to pick up my son by 5:30. So like I'm
Okay. I have a few more questions, but we got great content, so it's totally up to you.
Keep going.
Okay.
You giving me all this liquor? You better take advantage of this.
Hey. Okay.
Plus, like I don't know, if I see like the team checking in.
Oh, they gotta skate out or?
No. I'm like I would love for them to come in at one point.
Okay.
Or are you gonna like try to do some barbershop content there or no?
Shit. However you want. We I only put you on the schedule for 45 hours, so we can keep going.
I'm down to keep going. I love talking.
Okay. No, I just wanna like I said, I told you in the text message, I just want to capture all your essence. So this is very dope.
I'm sure this is much more than you expected.
No, not at all. Like, listen, when I come across like a like-minded person, I just want to like lock in with them. So
oh, we're gonna be BFFs. We're gonna be. You stuck with me now.
We locked in. So all right, I'm gonna clap 3 times. So as a serial entrepreneur, as I am as myself, I really struggle with like team management. Wearing a lot of hats, what are some of the things that you struggle with?
Wow, that's a really good question. I think a lot of it has to do with, I'll start with self. So my self-confidence, and very similar to you, I think one of my like gifts is creating teams. I see the good in people. I'm a visionary for sure. I literally see things as they're supposed to be before they are what they are. I can say that about Mission Hill. I walked into this place that was a burger joint. Like imagine, it was a restaurant. It was a steamed burger joint. They used to steam burgers, which is probably why they're now out of business. But like, I walked in and I didn't see that. I saw the barbershop. Yeah. Literally the way that you see it right now. Like you walk in, what you see is what I saw in a blank canvas.
Yeah.
And it's like a gift that I have. And I'm like, I know it sounds a little crazy or not witchery or, you know, whatever the word is, but like I literally envision things. The same thing with here. I came in and like I envisioned everything that you see here. I envisioned it the way that it is. So it's hard. What was the actual question? Because like, I want to bring it back to that.
I'm a little faded. So the actual question was,
We're also, can you just show that? Can you show that Jameson bottle?
Yeah.
Can you show? Let's show the bottle. It's like 3/4.
is sponsored by Jameson whiskey.
It's really not Jameson. You need to sponsor.
We need to get a check cut.
Yeah, thank you.
But what are some of the biggest things that you struggle with as an entrepreneur?
Okay. All right. So creating teams.
Yep.
Is a huge part of everything that I do, right? Like from my 9 to 5 to my jobs here at the barbershops. I would say that's probably the most important.
Yeah.
So like just being able to connect the right folks in the right situation for the right spaces. That's probably the hardest. But I say that with like a grain of salt in that it might feel hard, but if you do it right, then you're good.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So like right now here, and I'll talk about Nubian Square, I have Jazz as my general manager. I call him, he's going to hate me for this, the HBIC, the head barber in charge.
I like it better than H&IC. I'll take it.
So Jazz is my GM, right? Like he's here. It's basically, I'm like, Jazz, this is your shop. Yeah. I'm just here to do all the other stuff, but like, this is your shop. You run it the way you need to run it. Just know that we have a brand. We have a goal. We're aligned. I love the way that he thinks, what he values. His work ethic is like, is real.
Yeah.
And now for me, what I have to do is let go of that power.
Yeah.
And trust that Jazz is going to take care of this space.
Yeah.
Like it's his, like it's mine, with the best interest, right?
Yeah.
So I would say like that question makes it seem like I'm struggling with these things.
It's a struggle. I mean, but
that's what I'm getting like, yes, it's hard, but if you do it right, then the long-term effects and the benefits of it is like very clear. I can walk away from this shop right now and be like, yo, Jazz got it. And feel super confident in that.
I think that
a lot of people can't do that.
I was about to say, I think that's very much a kudos to you, because I think a lot of, especially now with the times that we live in, everybody wants to be like the face. Everybody wants to be the leader.
That's the least thing I want. That's the least thing I want.
Like everybody wants to.
Like, I don't want people calling me.
Background.
I don't want people calling me. No.
Like, and I think that just speaks to the leader who you are and the ability to acquiesce power and just be like, hey, listen, he's the man. I'm here. It's a team effort, but like I commend you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can say the same thing about Nubian Square.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's my partner. It's Willie. Willie. That's you.
Yeah.
I've set up, I've done everything I have to do.
Yeah.
The shop is running, the bills are gonna get paid. I'm gonna take care of that. It's your job to like take care of the shop.
Yeah.
And like make this what we want it to be. So ideally that's what I wanna keep doing in a replicable like way. So if we're in Chestnut Hill, again, I'm speaking this shit into this. We're in Chestnut Hill.
The haircut's got to jump like $40 actually.
Oh, for real. You know that. You know that's right. But I'm saying like, so for me, I guess to answer your question, The hard part is recognizing where I need to let go, or where I'm cool to let go.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard as an entrepreneur. It's hard as an owner. Like, all of these shops are under my name.
Yeah.
If these shops fail, like, I'm personally reliable. I'm on the hook. Yeah. Like, I need to figure it out.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest assets that I know that I have, and I wear that badge proudly, is creating teams and choosing people and knowing that people, it's just something intuitionally, or I don't know what the word is, like intuitively. I don't know. I made up the other word. That's the word. I made up that shit. But intuitively, like, I know, I trust my gut. My gut has never failed me. And I've been able to create these teams, whether it's in the barbershop world, in my entrepreneurial world hat, whether it's in my nonprofit world, like ED hat, whether it's in my community, like in any of the hats that I'm wearing, I know that I recognize real.
That's it.
I recognize good.
That's it.
And I'm proud of that.
That's it.
It's really simple. It really is simple. Like, be a good person.
It's simple.
And good things are gonna come out of everything that you do.
That's it. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's really simple. Like,
it's so simple. As humans, I don't like humans, by the way.
I don't either.
I'd be like, yo, mothership, when are you coming? When you coming to get me, bro?
I don't like humans. I don't like males either. I only like females. Like, my whole team is all females. Like, if you're a male and I like you, you gotta be like special.
It's like real.
Nah, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
Yeah. I don't even know if I answered your question.
No, you did. We rocking out. We rocking out right now. You good? Pam, what do you see yourself in 10 years? 2034.
Fuck my life.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Shot o'clock?
2034. Holy shit. I'm going to be a whole... in my 50s.
Okay.
I will be 52.
Okay. Oh.
In 10 years. I'm 42. I will proud.
So you're 42. You look good.
I'm 42.
You look great.
I'm a proud 42-year-old. Thank you.
You look great.
Duh.
You look great.
I'd be like, no, I always say, I'm very proud of my age. I am proud of my age. I am 42. I let my grays, like,
Just I have a few grays in my beard flourishing.
Yeah, I'm all about the grays. In 10 years, my son will be 23. Okay. Holy crap. My youngest
grandma
will be 17. Nah, I don't think I'll be a grandma by then. Okay. Although I will say, I look forward to the day that's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to become a grandma.
I fucking love you, Pam, because like me personally, like, no way am I telling any of my daughters to go have babies, but like, when I become a grandpa, I fully understand now, like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be fully entrenched because dad was out here ripping and running, trying to make it happen for
yo. I look forward to the day.
Like,
I love being a mom. I love being a mom. I love being a mom. I feel like that's who I am. I was meant to be a mom.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. Getting to be a grandmother and hopefully old enough to the point where my grandchildren will be like, yo, my grandma was fucking dope.
She was
like she was the shit. I want to be that grandma.
That's it.
I want to be the inappropriate grandma.
That's it.
That makes like all the jokes. But seriously, like that's like my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Now, I will say though, and like this is now we're going to a whole other conversation.
Speak on it.
And I will say this probably just came from, having gone through this whole like the hospital stay and like all of that, like near life experiences. I will say that if I were to go tomorrow, I'd be happy, because I feel like everything to this day, I have lived my life in a way that has been fulfilling. I have made people happy. I have made myself happy, and like I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we went. I know we were real deep. We went real deep because I hope.
I'm gonna put the notes to a side. We're gonna have a baby shot real quick.
I just want to. I just want in all of this, right? Like, yes, I would love to become a grandma, a great grandma, even, right?
Yep.
But if I don't, I'm cool with it too, because I know that everything that I've done up to now, I've done it with all my heart and like purposefully, intentionally. That shit's gonna fall from the table. Thank you. So yeah, I didn't mean to go like that deep, but
no.
I feel like it's very important in the way that we're living and the way that we're executing, the way that we wake up every morning. It's like, yo, I could leave today, but like, am I cool with the way I've like dealt with the past 42 years of my life? Yeah, I am. I am.
And I feel like as an entrepreneur, I hate that. I swear to God, I hate that fucking word. But like, when you live your life you live your life like that, you're playing for legacy. Like, a lot of people are not playing for legacy. They're not playing for their life.
My man.
They're playing for their first name, and whatever the job they're at. When you're playing for legacy, it's like, did I maximize everything I could do with the resources that were provided to me? Yeah, I did, and I love it, and you're
cool with it.
I'm cool with it. I made some mistakes along the way.
But you're cool with it.
I'm cool with it though, and I'm here, and thank you very much for bringing that like level of introspective to your situation, because a lot of people go through things, and especially with the social media age, everybody's just whatever it is for the gram. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm very real. I'm very transparent. My life it's not all flowers and fucking.
And that's what life is. And that's what life
it's not.
So, I'm gonna do a salute with you.
Oh, salute. Wow. Can I just say though, so you brought up the word legacy, which is like, it's a trigger word for me in a good way. Because, and it's probably why I love Hamilton so much. My favorite quote.
And we playing.
My favorite quote in Hamilton is, "What is a legacy? Ooh. A legacy is planting a seed in a garden you may never see."
Ooh. You said about your sons earlier. Like, I swear to God, I hammer my daughter so much that I'm like, bro, you gotta back away. I'm like, bro, I tell my daughter all the. Oh, so you're going to law school in 7 years, right?
You planting the seed. Like, that's all it is.
That's it.
And they'll figure it out.
And if she falls short, she's like, Dad, I don't want to be a lawyer. I just want to be a dentist. All right. You figured your way, but like planting the seed, like you said.
It's planting the seed. So like for me, again, every single day I wake up, I know my two seeds are my sons.
Exactly.
And if I'm giving them the best example possible, then I've done my job. Yep. Because I know that I've planted that seed and that garden is going to grow. Yep. No matter how, or, like what happens to me.
It's like a line. Am I growing?
Yeah. And grow. So like, it's really, again, in bringing it all back to this space. Yeah. You might get some footage, I don't know, outside. There's a whole mural out there. I call the mural is called Legaseed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you guys afterwards. But
we're gonna do it.
And you'll see there's 4 people. 2 of them are my sons, my youngest and my oldest. And, part of it was really being able to bring my family, because everything I do is bringing me, and me is my family, into everything that I do. So I have literally plastered them on a wall out there. And it's called Legaseed because honestly, like the way that I function is planting these seeds, right?
I love this shit.
But then on top of that, you haven't even looked. So that in that room, in that small room, I know you guys can't see, but there's a small room right here. I had another mural painted. You'll get it. You'll get it. This room, there's a huge mural.
Yeah.
And it's a huge flower. It's the chrysanthemum flower. And you see, it's like you see the bulbs and you see like the growth of it. And it's all connected to the legacy. It's the seed that's keep growing, future, cultivating life, all of that. And honestly, everything that I do, I just bring it back all the way back to like, my sons are seeing everything that I do.
That's it.
Whether I'm like intentionally being like, yo, you need to do XYZ, or they're seeing my mom does XYZ. Yeah. Those are the seeds that I'm planting. So I'm totally cool with tomorrow if like I get hit by a bus, I'm knocking on all the woods, but like I'm cool. Like, I guess the thing is I want everyone to know that I'm cool with it, because I've done everything and I have lived it to the max where I'm like, I'm cool with it. And I've done everything I had to do here to plant the seeds for a garden. I may not be able to see it, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
On the floor. That's real. That's real. That is so real.
I don't know. I feel like we need to do like a whole podcast. Like we're gonna do this a regular section.
Yeah, no, we coming back. We gonna do it. We gonna do it.
Oh, you get in La Sala.
La Sala. We definitely this. Like I said, I want to as a vision, like you said, as a visionary, as a creative, as a like, I really feel like I'm everything. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I love giving my flowers where the flowers is due, whether you are selected for the Trailblazers, whether you're not, like,
thank you.
You are a trailblazer for me. Like,
thank you.
Like, no, real talk. Like, every I guess urban guy, like every guy that grew up in the city, their first level of entrepreneurship is usually in a barbershop. Like, that's the first level of, I own a business and this is what it is.
Yep.
It starts in a barbershop.
Yeah.
And as a female who's been able to hack culture and like really transform it, and it's not even and that's the thing, like I feel like a lot of people get caught up in the dollars, and it's not.
No, it's not. I got a lot of debt, bro. I know.
And she's transparent.
I got a lot of debt. Until the day that my debt is paid, like,
I'm broke.
we can talk.
You're always gonna be. Oh, I'm not gonna say. I don't want to speak that, but like 9 times you go.
I'm just saying, like, yo, I'm in debt. Like, let's talk real. Let's talk real.
Don't think nothing. Like, I catch a little lick. I'm figuring
out, but you know what I'm doing? I'm like literally playing Monopoly. I'm trying to like, I'm moving money from here to there, and like, oh, it's due then. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play things, and the day that I'm out of debt.
That's it.
And into like another, fine, let's talk again. But like right now, no. I got shit, but I got debt. And people don't say that. People don't recognize.
I appreciate that, because a lot of entrepreneurs, they running off this like bullshit where you're supposed to.
I could be like, yo, I got 2 barbershops. I got this, I got that.
What's that shit mean?
Yeah, I also got mad debt, bro.
Debt. I gotta pay every month.
Yeah.
Whether this shit's clicking or it's not clicking.
Thank you.
No, yeah. It's listen, like I said, this is season 2. We were able to, like I said, I'm sorry to
there might be a part 1 and a part 2.
This is definitely a part 1 and part 2. We were able to offer this to the fans. This has been a great conversation. This is a great woman, a great queen in the community, doing what she has to do. And yeah, this has been fire. I'm so glad. I'm gonna get a Christian.